Hello soulmates, welcome back to my channel. In today's reading we are going to be meeting our spirit team, whoever wants to make themselves known to us and see what messages they have for us today. So I'm super excited to be doing this reading for you all. I will give you a moment to take a look at today's card options. We have pile 1 coming with this very adorable selenite ghosty wizard or witch, whatever it identifies as. We have this orange calcite dolphin, which is going with the gazelle in pile 2. And we have this black Ascidian little boo ghosty guy going with the cobra and pile 3. So if you haven't done this before, for some of you it's going to be a very intuitive thing where your eye is just naturally drawn to one card, and that will most likely be your card. Now if you are not as intuitive, you might have to just watch the beginning of each pile or and see if that sounds like you are relevant to you and your situation. So I'll give you a few seconds to take a look at the piles and see if anything is calling out to you today. And also don't try to force it. Sometimes there's just not a message for us there, but I feel like most people that are drawn to this reading are gonna have something. All right, let's get to it. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the Shark Oracle card along with the selenite ghosty witch wizard figure, then congratulations, you've made it to your pile. Now the shark is a water sign, so water signs could be significant to you somehow. You could have a lot of water placements in your chart or have it as your sun, moon, or rising. And the water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So that might be significant to you somehow. Or you could just really identify with the shark personality. And the shark personality is directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky, destructive, to bring into balance, honesty. Okay, so if that sounds like you or somehow relevant to you, then continue to watch because there's probably a message for you here. We're going to start by seeing what kinds of energies are around you that would like to reveal themselves to you at this moment. If you have guardian angels or some sort of spirit guide around you, or guides that would like to make themselves known right now, we're going to take a look into that at this moment. Okay, wow. So it looks like you have two kind of guides that are popping up, with Saint Hildegard of Bingen popping up as one, and then Saint Christopher popping up as the other. And the one thing that I am going to say before I start with this is I don't read these as doctrinated figures. I am a spiritual person, I'm not a religious person. I read them as energies that are surrounding you. That being said, if you are someone that likes to travel a lot, it looks like while you are on your travels, there is like an energy that surrounds you to make sure that you are safe on your travels, which I hope is very comforting for you to know. And then the other energy that's popping up around you is you're probably very highly spiritual, and so you have like this spiritual energy that also surrounds and protects you, and it's because of your belief system. And again, you don't necessarily have to subscribe to a specific dogma. You could just have like your own system of beliefs, and that own system of beliefs really gives you like this beautiful glow about you, which is very nice. Okay, so those are the energies that are popping up. Let's see what we can get for messages here from these energies. Joy is the ultimate creator, yeah. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, any form of separation are merely calls for help. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Okay, so I feel like the message that I'm getting here is you actually do get a lot of happiness through your spirituality, through your spiritual practice, through your belief system. And if you ever feel like disconnected, or you start to kind of feel yourself sinking into some sense of unhappiness, a good way for you to tap back into that joy is to tap back into your spiritual practice, and it can really be good to ground you into this joyful energy. And if you are also some sort of creative type, it could help you out creatively as well, like taking some time to maybe even incorporate spirituality into any creative endeavor that you do might help that creative endeavor along. Okay, and I feel like this one actually really goes with the shark personality. If we think of sharks being in the water, right, they're kind of under the surface, and I feel like the message here is to, if you do get into these kinds of negative cycles where you're in an attacking energy, when you're focusing on your pain, your fear, your judgment, that brings you out of the joy that you get from your faith. And that's how you balance these two energies out, is when you do find yourself slipping into fear, doubt, shame, whatever it is that you might be struggling with, you can just tap back into source to tap back into your joy. And maybe this could be also a call for you to kind of explore those things that are happening within you, exploring your body of emotion, all of those things that are hiding underneath the surface that you might not be being totally honest with yourself about. That, you know, there might be some shadow work there to be done. And I feel like this is really a journey for you, this journey through the unknown, through your emotional body, exploring what's going on within you. This could be a very emotional journey for you, but you are being guided through it. You're going to be safe through it. You are going to be protected through it. And every step that you take, even if in the moment it does not seem like things are working out for you, things are always working out in your favor. Life is happening for you, not to you. And it, like, just exactly like this card said, in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. So it could be that, like, you know, you find yourself kind of in this negative cycle and you're kind of wondering why things are happening, and it's to get you into alignment with, you know, what we're all here for. And I really do believe that the meaning of all existence is connection. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with one specific person. You could be just so connected with everything that it really brings you into this feeling of love. Let's get some more. Yeah, okay. Yep. All right, we're gonna start with what actually popped up first. We're gonna see if there's another story thereafter. So yeah, I feel like these cards line up so beautiful with this believe and the joy and this vibration. And I feel like this really is a call for you to be paying attention to what thoughts that you're having, that you're feeding, what energy are you feeding, what vibration are you maneuvering through. And just be really mindful of that. And once you can shift your vibration into this joyful vibration, then you're really going to be so receptive. It's gonna make you more receptive to more joy, and the more that you are receptive to that joy, the more of that joy is gonna come flooding into your life. So it's really just, what are you receptive to right now? Are you receptive to other people's criticisms of you? If that's what you are being receptive to and taking into yourself, that's gonna feed a lower vibration. So maybe it's time to think about what boundaries we are setting to make sure that whatever other people's negative opinions of us are, we are not harboring that within us. We are not accepting that as a part of ourselves. We are understanding that that is their point of view and not you. All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck to see if we have, yeah, all right, so there is a message here. And when you really start to accept that other people, whatever other people are trying to project onto you isn't actually a reflection of who you are, but just a reflection of them and where they are in their own journey. Once you actually accept that, and once you accept that there is so much synchronicity around you that you can be tapping into, that if you just look for it, you'll see how connected everything really is. And once you tap into that connection, that's going to bring you into this energy of love. And it's going to also give you the sense of, you are the universe. You have the whole universe within you. And you just have to it's gonna take some focus to probably really bring you into that state of mind, into this feeling of connectedness. But you have the choice and option to right now shift your perspective into that. And once you do, you're gonna be seeing life so much more clearly, so much more beautifully, so much more openly and honestly. And the insight that it's going to bring you is probably going to help you to see, one, yourself with a little bit more empathy, but two, to understand where other people are coming from. And even though you may not necessarily enjoy these people, it's going to allow you to look at them with a little bit more empathy as well. But just remember what your true passion is, what brings you joy, and to be focusing on that and to be keeping grounded, because that's going to really help you in your healing journey. And whatever, if people are being mean to you, remember it's not truly about you, and try to forgive that person, not for them, but for yourself, so you're not walking around with all of the stuff that you're not meant to be carrying in the first place because it's not yours. You can give that stuff right back to them. You can say, and that's a part of setting your boundaries, you can say, I do not accept this, forgive them, and let it go. And that's really going to help you transcend all of that. You just got to use your intuition on maybe what this is all about and find the motivation to actually do it. All right, let's get you some affirmations. All right, Spirit, what do we have for an affirmation for our pile ones? Oh my goodness, we have more. They have so much they want you to affirm, apparently. Oh my God, and I feel like this goes exactly with everything that I've been saying, kind of solidifies that this is the message for you. Positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want. And I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. And impermanence. Yeah, so if you are going through a hard time, pile one, I'm here for you, I feel for you, but remember that the impermanence of it all, that nothing is a constant state, that everything is always changing, and as bleak and dim and doom and gloom and as everything may seem right now, it's not going to stay that way. Impermanence. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. I feel like that's so beautiful and so just in line with everything, how this reading has gone so far. All right, we'll get you one more affirmation before sending you on your way, pile one. I thrive in everything I set out to accomplish and live my life with enthusiasm. Yeah, chase your passion, follow your bliss, Know that you are just so supported. Anytime that you are out there and following your bliss, you are so divinely supported in all this. You have these energies that are really surrounding you to help you down your journey, whatever your journey looks like for you. And then in the bottom of the deck here is, my intelligence allows me to make beneficial decisions. My intentions are pure and wholehearted. All right. I feel like that was a really beautiful message, and I'm so happy to be the one to be able to transmute this message to you. I'm going to sit for a couple of seconds and see if there is anything Spirit is wanting me to add to any of this. All right, it looks like that is all of the message I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed reading for you, and I will see you next week. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose the Gazelle Oracle card along with the Orange Calcite Dolphin, congratulations, you have made it to your pile. I will start out by pointing out that the Gazelle is a fire sign, so fire signs could have some significance to you. Either you have a lot of fire placements, or maybe a fire sun, moon, or rising, or maybe you just really resonate with the gazelle personality. So let's take a look into the gazelle personality and see if that resonates with you. And if it does, then congratulations, you most likely picked the right pile. Heightened awareness and ability, vulnerability. The gazelle represents supreme grace with every move. This awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the world. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, artistic. When out of balance, food allergies, insomnia, racing mind. To bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, good food. Okay, Gazelle. If that sounds like you, then continue to watch, and let's take a look at what energies you have surrounding you that are guiding and protecting you, that would like to make themselves known to you at this time. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. For some of you, this might resonate. It's not gonna resonate with all of you. If you are someone who has lost your mother, you never truly lost your mother. Your mother is always there with you. Your mother is always watching down on you. Your mother is always just surrounding you with all of their motherly love, whether you are consciously aware of that or not. And that's a message that some of you are definitely meant to get. For others of you, and I'm going to translate this in a few different ways. First of all, I do not read these as I don't read any of these cards as doctrinated figures. I read them as energies. So this mother energy, I can put it a few different ways. Before Mother Mary was Mother Mary, she was Rose Mother in paganism. She was a pagan god, a pagan deity. So you probably have some sort of mother deity around you, and the mother deity isn't just Mother Rose. She goes by so many different names. So if you have some sort of spiritual practice that has some sort of mother deity, that is this deity showing up for you right now to let you know that they hear your prayers, they see the spiritual work that you're doing, and they are supporting you through this and nurturing you through this exactly the way that a mother would, and they acknowledge your faith and your belief in this deity, and they are very proud of you with everything that you're doing. Okay, and then you also have a guardian angel. So again, for some of you, this is going to resonate this way. If there is someone close to you that you have lost, it's possible that you now have this person watching over you at all times. Like, yeah, if you have someone that crossed the rainbow bridge, it's possible that they are now a part of your spirit team, and they also want you to know that they are always here for you, and they love you, and every single move that you make, they are taking that step with you. You are never making any move by yourself. You have these really beautiful energies that are surrounding you, these really vibrant energies. And I think that this like the energies between both of these cards is really beautiful. And I'm so happy that those are the energies that are surrounding you. All right, let's get some, let's see if we can get, well, I say let's see if we can get a message from them. Like I'm going to pull a card and it's gonna be blank. Let's see what messages they want to come through at this moment for you. And also, if you were thinking, I'm sorry, this happens to me so much. I'll be shuffling cards and like while I'm being quiet, another message will download and interrupt me from shuffling. If you are thinking about moving, I feel like this is your guardian angels and the divine letting you know that they support you in this move. Or if there's some sort of move that you want to make, and this is them showing up, letting you know that they support you in this move. All right. Let's see if we can actually get some more messages before being interrupted by spirit again. Okay, when I am in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Yeah. Joy is the ultimate creator. Yeah. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Okay. So, well, I'll start on this side. We'll start left to right. I feel when you really take time to connect with your deities, particularly this mother deity, or this mother energy that is around you, this is going to bring you right into alignment. And when we are in alignment, we are manifesting a lot faster. We are going to be able to make moves a lot faster because we are operating from the frequency of joy. We are following our bliss. We are living abundance when we are cultivating that love within ourselves. And when you really tap into this energy and you are in alignment with love and it is bringing you all of this joy, it is going to allow you to create so much more in your life, all of the things that you want for yourself, whatever abundance you seek, that will pop up effortlessly when you are tapped into that loving energy. And an easy way, and I'm gonna start by saying with this one, I feel like so many different spiritual practices have their version of prayer, and I don't just see prayer as, you know, like this type of prayer. Prayer happens differently depending on your spiritual practice. Some people talk to the moon, some people talk to the stars, some people talk to the trees, some people light incense and send their intention up with the smoke, some people write on a candle and then light it with intention. Those are all examples of different forms of prayer, and it doesn't have to just be the traditional thought of version of prayer. And when you are taking time to do this spiritual practice, that is how this is all coming in together. That is how you connecting with source and connecting with these energies that are showing up for you to support you through everything, through thick and thin, to love you unconditionally, exactly like a mother would. And that's exactly the thing about this mother energy. There is absolutely nothing that you can do to get rid of your spirit guides. Your spirit guides love you through absolutely everything, through every stumble, through every bad decision, through every mistake. They are still going to be around to guide you in your path forward. All right, what other messages would like to come through at this time? Okay, so I feel like the message that's being conveyed here is make sure that you are setting strong boundaries for yourself. Make sure that people are respecting your boundaries, but there might also be some work in learning exactly what that looks like, and how to do it. Maybe you had some sort of mother figure who was constantly impeding upon your boundaries, or just maybe you weren't allowed to have boundaries as a kid, and maybe there is some mother work that you have to do there. But it's never too late to learn boundaries and how to set them. And that is an act of self-love when you are setting boundaries for yourself. And if your mother is still alive, that might be something you have to work on with that parent figure, is making sure that you are setting strong boundaries there out of love for yourself. And don't forget to be kind to yourself through whatever moves you are making right now. Even if things aren't going exactly according to plan, they might just remember that they might not be going according to your plan, but they are going in according to a greater plan for not just you, but the greatest good of all. All right, let's see if we have another message here. And if you ever are feeling alone in the world, don't forget that you still belong here. There is a sense of belonging for you to find here on Earth. And once you kind of lean into that, that can make like a really big difference in your life. Instead of coming from a view of separateness, but leaning into connectedness, that could really change your view of not just life and the world around you, but of yourself, and maybe one that can help you to lean into more confidence and to help you see things from a higher perspective. It'll give you the wisdom you need to see things from a higher perspective, instead of maybe some sort of emotional perspective that isn't necessarily a true reflection of you or your current state and place in the world. And I feel like that's really how you're going to be balancing out any sense of I don't belong, because remember, we are all connected, we are all one. So yeah, you belong. And yeah, oh my god, I didn't even realize. And then also remember that you have the universe inside of you. You are the universe. You are so much more than just your physical body. You are limitless. You have limitless potential. And forgive yourself for losing sight of that, and have some empathy with yourself, but get connected back to what your truth actually is. And the truth is that you are such a divine creature, and you are really inspirational to your spirit team. They see the divinity within you, and I think that they just want you to see the divinity in yourself as well, and see that clearly, and truly understand that this is a journey, but the journey is to be coming around to seeing the synchronicities that are all around you, and seeing the oneness of it all, and really truly accepting that. Okay, let's see what affirmations Spirit would like you to have at this moment. And it looks like you get 2 right now. That's funny. This happened with pile 1 as well. Maybe it's just my nails and I can't grab 1 card at a time. But it works out for you because now you get 2 affirmations here. So the first one, story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even though the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty, it's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. Yeah, you really should be paying attention to what stories you are telling yourself, and is the story you are telling yourself cultivating more joy within, or are you feeding your negative self-beliefs? Are you feeding your fears? Are you feeding your anxieties? What is it that you're paying attention to right now? And just try to be mindful of that. Gratitude. Today I am grateful for all the little things. Even when the big things suck, there are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for, like hot showers and music, and the fact that humans invented an internet and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. And yeah, so I feel like these two really go together because we have one, this card telling you to pay attention to what thoughts that you are feeding, what story you are telling yourself, and then 2, this one. And I feel like a way to really change that inner monologue is to be focusing on everything that you're grateful for. All right, 1 more affirmation, and then that is your reading for the day. I am very worthy and deserving of love. My heart is ready to forgive and to overcome. Yeah. If you have kind of a contentious relationship with your mother, I feel like another underlying current here is one of forgiveness. And just remember that we are, exactly like this card said, we are all doing our best with the knowledge and information we had. And even your mother had a different set of psychology, wasn't as far as it is nowadays, so the science behind parenting wasn't as developed, and the information that your mother got back in those times, that was the information that your mother had to work with. So yeah, she probably didn't really get it to what we now think of as right, but she was working with the tools that she had, and that might be something that you have to forgive her for. I am deeply connected to Earth and life itself. I feel recharged and rejuvenated. Yeah, maybe Mother Earth. Yeah, okay. And that too is, you know, a deity, and quite possibly the easiest one to connect with, because it literally and tangibly is all around you. You can go out, you can touch it, you can smell it, you can interact with it, and it will interact back with you. So that could be a really great spiritual practice for you, is to just kind of get out there and surround yourself in earth. If that's something you can do, if you live in more of a city area, maybe just going out and smelling the air, or however you can partake in earth for you, is a good practice for you. All right, pile 2, that is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I very much enjoyed transmitting this message to you, and I am so happy to have done it. And I will see you next week. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you have chosen the Cobra Oracle card along with our Black Obsidian Boo, then congratulations, you have made it to your pile. I will start by pointing out that the Cobra is a fire sign, so fire signs could be somehow significant to you. Either your sun, moon, or rising could be a fire sign, or you could have a lot of fire placements in your chart, the fire signs being Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Or you could just really resonate with the Cobra personality, which we will take a look into now to see if this resonates with you. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. The Cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The Cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the Cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who have led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When in balance, a student of life, humble, wise. When out of balance, know-it-all, egocentric. To bring into balance, taking a class, study. Okay, my Cobra friend, let us take a look at what energies are currently surrounding you that would like to make themselves known to you at this time. Saint Dymphna. And a guardian angel. Okay. So, I'm going to start by saying that I do not read any of these figures as doctrinated figures, but rather as energies that surround us. And you could be such a well of emotions, and there could be some energy that is really helping to protect your heart at this moment. And if you are in some sort of like situationship or romantic situation that you are needing help on, just have faith that you have something there guiding you through this entire process, no matter how it seems right now. And also I feel called to say that if you have lost someone close to you, then it's very likely that you actually have them as a guardian angel at this moment, and just have faith that they are helping to guide you through whatever situation you are currently facing. And if you are in a position where you are feeling very alone, that these are energies that you can tap into, because you are not truly alone. You have this really wonderful energy guiding you, guiding and protecting you. So let's see what message these energies would like you to receive at this moment. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Okay, so the message I'm feeling is coming through for you right now is if you do find yourself in moments of despair, that is kind of how you call your guardian angel down to you. And they're always going to know when you're going through something and when you need them, and they are going to show up exactly when you need them. So a lot of these times when we're receiving all of these synchronicities, it's them acknowledging like that you need them there at this moment, and that they are there for you at this moment, and they are never going to stop doing that for you. And maybe just really be paying attention to the signs and synchronicities around you. That might be something that helps you feel a lot better through whatever darkness you might be going through. And another way to kind of work towards that, and I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't view prayer as just like this kind of prayer, right? I think there are a lot of different ways to pray, and different spiritualities and beliefs do it in different ways. Like some people talk to the moon, some people talk to the stars, some people light incense and they will have like an intention with that incense, and then they kind of send the smoke up to be sent to source to have it come true. Or maybe you write on a candle jar and then light that candle for that intention. These are all different examples of prayer. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. So I feel like what's really being called here is to pay attention what energy you're feeding. Are you feeding self-loathing? Are you feeding panic? Are you feeding exhaustion? Are you feeding fear? When you are feeding those things, you're not going to manifest those things, but feeding those things is going to slow your manifestation down. And I think a good way to kind of keep a positive attitude is by having fun. And when we're out there and we're having fun, we're not really paying attention to all of the things that are going wrong. It's a way to really keep us in the moment. And when we're in the moment, we are living more vibrantly, and our manifestations will be able to come through a lot quicker when we are living that way. So let's see what would like to be added to this message at this time. Empathy, transcend, wisdom. Okay. So just try to have some empathy for yourself. Like everyone, even the wisest person out there, or most spiritually inclined person out there, is still going to have these moments of darkness. It's how you handle those moments of darkness that make the difference. Whereas some people, when they are feeling these kinds of feelings, instead of feeding those feelings, they let the feeling come over them, they give space for that feeling, and then after that they don't react in that moment. After that feeling has passed, then they process that emotion. And that is something that takes a very long time to master for most people. So be gentle with yourself, have empathy for yourself, know that things take time, and just don't be too hard on yourself. If you're like, well, why can't I just feel the feeling and let it go? Why do I have to be so reactionary? You'll get there when you get there. It's a process. yeah, transcending all of that stuff is definitely a process, but you can transcend everything, and you can transcend into this place of higher perspective, of higher wisdom, of higher knowledge, of being able to see things a little bit differently and maybe more as true to how they are, instead of how your fears and anxieties are telling you that they are. Let's see if we have a story for you here. Yeah, and when you really connect into this this higher perspective, then you're going to be more receptive to all of the things that you desire. So it's like you might be wondering why your manifestations aren't coming through right now when you want them, and it might be because you're not ready for them. Like, are you in a state of being able to receive something good? Or if when that something good comes, are you going to look at it through a pessimistic lens and not really even be receptive towards it, and maybe even sabotage it? And I mean, if that's the case, that's the case. Be kind to yourself. Understand that you've been through what you've been through and you are who you are, but you're working on it. Okay, I think that is the message there. So let's get some affirmations. What affirmation would Spirit like you to have at this moment? Impermanence. Yeah, remember, whatever you're going through right now, you don't have to worry about it too much. Like, obviously, if it's something that's going to affect you in some sort of situation that needs to be dealt with immediately and calls for your immediate attention, that's one thing. But then once you give it the attention it needs and resolve the situation, then the situation will shift. So just remember that there's nothing permanent about the situation that you're in. Impermanence. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through the hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come in my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. So let's get you one more affirmation. I choose to be emotionally intelligent and let my intuition guide my life. And that could be with you popping up as the Cobra, and the Cobra being your inner wisdom. That might be a call to maybe do some homework on emotional intelligence, and maybe how you can expand in that area so that you do have a better inner guide to get you through all of life's ups and downs. My mind and body are pure and cleansed. I continue to follow a path full of light and peace. Yeah. Once you transmute all of those kinds of negative programmings that you have inside yourself, that is also going to bring you to a place of greater emotional intelligence. And once you get to that place of greater emotional intelligence, then you're going to be operating under this higher perspective. So that might be some work that Spirit is pointing out that it would like you to do, but you have free will. Do whatever you want. It's your life. They're always going to be your guides, and they are always going to be here for you, around you, with you, through absolutely everything. Their love for you is unconditional. All right, pile 3, I think that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I enjoyed reading for you, and I will see you next week. Bye.